What's up, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen? What's up on this beautiful Saturday morning? You got Don M, and you know what? This is a special live stream that I'm doing, okay, folks? Because this is a special update. So as I'm doing this special live stream update, just know that that the news that we're going to be displaying is definitely Donnie news. So as I give you Donnie news, just know that Donnie news is behind the scenes news of what I can see and know what's coming down the pipeline. So as the title say, FBI seeks Umar, or should I say FBI seeks Umar's FDMG resume dating back to what's say to 2015? I should say two, but say tie. But yeah, to 2015. Okay. So I need y'all to understand that dating back to 2015, with this whole situation, with this saga of Umar Johnson collecting resumes, interviewing people, having sit down conversations with women, he's been doing this for so many years. There's definitely going to be a probe on that situation, being that now Umar Johnson would like to do the dating game, $500 for a date. So I need everyone to understand that they're going to see a pattern of how he was collecting money, spending money, where the money was being spent. Because the most important thing right now is show us the resumes. So when everyone understand that, although, he's running around and rejoicing about his account being back on and rejoicing that, hey, it's saying you can donate because, my account is open. We got to understand that they are not just giving up on the case. The case is still in motion. So as we understand that this case is still in motion, we got to understand where what agents are thinking right now. So that's the rabbit hole that we will be discussing on this exit wound as we cancel the Umar Johnson saga. And I say as we cancel the Umar Johnson saga, and that's because of the fact that right now, if you really want to build a school, if you really want to build together, I already told you that we have 20 acres of land, okay? Yes, 20 acres of land to build on. Surprise. 20 acres of land to build on. So the Umar Johnson saga will be canceled, especially after this live stream, because this live stream is to really bring you all you supporters of Umar Johnson to a bigger, brighter red light. A bigger, brighter red light. And this red light, folks, right now is a light that says it's no longer a go on this project. It's really a shutdown. And people got to understand traps that's being laid out in place for individuals to walk on. So we're going to discuss some of the traps that, that's being set up for Umar Johnson. And he don't even see it because, he's going to walk into it because he don't have no proper guidance. So the FBI is setting up a trap for this man because, like I say, they are building up a case. They've been building up a case. They're going to keep building up a case, and they just want to build up a case where they don't lose, and they really can bring him down. So sometimes you got to give a person bait so that they can do it to themselves. We all seen that this man's account, his Cash App was shut down. We all saw that this man's bank account was shut down. And then automatically this reopens. You got some folks talking online saying that wasn't the case, that didn't happen, saying they think that was just a lie, they think that was a sham, they think that was a scam, saying la 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 la. Okay, me personally, no, I believe 100% that happened. I believe that his accounts was froze. I believe that they was doing a major investigation, getting updated, getting really acquainted with this man's dealing. And now they're going to allow him to dig his grave. They went into his rabbit hole, and now they're going to allow him to dig his grave because it's very important to really go back to the history of this man's and how he's been spending money. They want to know how he's been spending money, where he's been spending money. And as it is in the end is what it was in the beginning. He's been spending money on women. This time now he realized that he can make more money by collecting the money from them up front, letting them know what is up front, and then doing the reality show and things like that. So, but what he's been doing dinner, lunch, and breakfast dates. Okay, that's where most of the money has been going. Collecting receipts and using these receipts as references of saying how the money's been spent. Okay, because you gotta have receipts. You gotta have receipts. So he's using all the dinner dates, all the times that we sit down and we break bread together at different venues, and he spent $300 some dollars. Could keep those receipts. Bring those bring those receipts in. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Felt like my throat had a piece of pepper in it. So it's really shut me down. Hold on 1 second. I'm back with you. All right. So when you understand about the receipt game and you're collecting receipts and turning the receipts in, he's been doing this for years. So the game plan is this. I'm going to grab me something to drink real quick. I apologize. My eyes tearing up. Let me go get me something to drink real quick, okay? Hopefully you can hear me. All right. I'll take you with me. So for years, let's say for a decade, he's been collecting resumes for a decade. And we have not seen no fruits of those resumes that he collected. We have not seen the interview. We have not seen not one live interview done. We probably see him talk to some people, but we really over resumes, going over page. Okay. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let's see. I'm sorry, folks. I tapped out for a second. The internet went blank. It blinked out. So yeah. So like we're saying, so this is about to be a major probe operation. They set him up. He don't even know he's being set up. Okay. And I'm here to let you know that he's really being set up. The stage is being set because they're watching the sitcom drama and they allowing him to really bury himself because the scam is you're supposed to be opening a school with the people's money. $500 is a nice donation to be given. And as he said, the $500 donation would go to the FDMG. We would have a dinner date. We would sit and we have conversation. This is not because I want a woman. That's what he tried to come and say after everybody did 1,000 videos on him. But we all know from the beginning to the end that this is his way of lusting and conducting himself in not in a principled manner, but in a gigolo way. So right now they are really watching this because this is super interesting because they know this is a form of prostitution. And they know it. So they would like to see how much money he generates from this project. Like I say, I told you this in the last live. I want this to be a great success because I want the money to rack in. I want all these chicks to give their $500 donation to this man. And I would like to see at the end of the year, do he have towels on the floor? Do he have keys for these doors? These doors all unlocked and keys on all fixed and whatever the case may be that he's saying is the problem. Do he have the occupancy that he needs for the vacancy occupancy? Whatever that shit is. Do he have that on deck? That's the whole key right now. They want to see the end results from now. I'm gonna give him to Kwanzaa. If that school is not open and he collect a few $1,000s, 500, they just think about it. 500 per person, 20 dates, that's around 10,000. That's nice. If nothing takes place after 20 dates and donations coming in, because now we can count his money. Now they have an opportunity to count your money from this reality show. So yeah, they're gonna open up your accounts because they want to let you be a fool. So they know that if you have 25 to 40 contestants, they know that those women all pay $500 plus. It's a reality show. Let's keep it. Let's go there. The FBI watching. So you think your accounts just open just miraculously just because okay, cool. Behind the scenes, you don't really know who's moving and moving. What's the wheels that's being turned? What doors are really being opened? What traps are really being laid for a fool like this man right here? But they don't listen. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm, like I said, this is Donnie News right now, folks. I'm giving you Donnie News. It's behind the scene update. Y'all all want to know why this man's accounts really just miraculously open? Most people that you watch their channel, they had 3,000 people, and then they told the 3,000 people, they said they don't believe that his account was open or was frozen, period. So that's what they told their 3.5 viewers at the time. I'm telling you, I believe that it was frozen. And I'm telling you that right now, I believe that it's unfrozen for a bigger picture. It's a trap because they know he's going to fall into it. Because I would set him up with a trap as an agent, an FBI agent. You think we just going to he paid he miraculously put a down payment on some taxes, and so now he's good to go, and we still have a probe and operation going on? You don't think that the FBI is watching? Even all the time that lady said, Siobhan, whatever her name was, she said that she said she saw some papers with the FBI, and and she said, "What are you, informant?" Maybe they was contacting him. Maybe he's already been contacted. I don't know. Maybe he's informing, but maybe he's just been contacted about something. Maybe he's hiding something that everybody don't know. Who knows? But the bottom line is that I'm telling you that those accounts didn't just open up just so he can keep this so-called scam going on. Because I know I went and said I had a conversation with some FBI agents, and I know the FBI agents said that they have an investigation on this man. So if they have an investigation on this man, what makes you think that the investigation is just completely over with? What you think he did to make the investigation just become false allegations? What do you think this man did that made these people say, you know what? This is a losing situation. This man is a legit guy. This man is really going to open up a school. This man is really collecting the money to teach young men. What part of the last 6 months did he do to make the FBI investigation just say, nah, we don't have no interest no more? Well, now he's talking about give $500 for a date. And it's just got juicier, folks. It's just a matter of time. So I'm saying to you folks, Umar is being set up for a trap. And one big thing right now is where did this concept come from? Where did this concept come from of you sitting down with women and having a conversation with them? We got to rewind to where's all the resumes? Where did you conduct these interviews? Have you conducted any interviews? Where are all the people, the men and the women who's been interviewed for a position? Did you qualify, and why you didn't qualify? Did you get the job? Why you didn't get the job? Did you get a call back? What happened? Did you meet in person? Where did you meet in person? Did you pay for any food? Did he pay for the bill? How much was the bill? Can you remember how much the bill was? We talk about 10 years of this. How many women sat down and had a dinner, a breakfast, or a lunch with this man? He pick up the tab. He paid for the bill. Keep the receipt. You heard him say, "I need the receipt." I went out a couple times and it happened. I went out Brooklyn. I went out Manhattan. I went out in Connecticut. Where else? It was another one. Can't remember the other one. But it's maybe one or two other places where the bill was picked up. Oh, yeah. Delaware. Apologize. That's Delaware. Yes. And then you have times where the donors will pick up the bill, okay? Or they will split the bill. But when that's been going on for 10 years, you got to add it up. And when you add it up, it comes to like, there's something wrong. There's a large amount of money that's going towards situations like this. And that's just for food. So now we're going to look at the travel. And we're going to look at everything else. And we're going to start saying that this is where your money's going. And this has nothing to do with the school. Dinner, dates have nothing to do with building that school. Even dinner dates saying that this is for interview with for the FDMG. That still don't really count for these donors. They like, yo, why don't you do it in your gym? Oh, because I was in their state, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you was in their state interviewing them. Okay, what happened afterwards? Did she need her cookies crushed? Because like I say, this is really his way of being able to crush or to tap some buns. This is his way of tapping buns, folks. I'm trying to tell you that this is his way, and it's been his way for a decade and a half of tapping buns, and that's in the public eye. So because this has been his way, the FBI must be on top of that to realize that, yo, this is where the money's really been going. Because they got to, there's a money trail they're looking for. Where is the money going? And this date with the doctor really, really proves to them, like, this, we on to something right now. And they just need to prove that he's been spending money tricking on dinner dates. When they check out the amount of receipts and, look at the receipts, you know what I'm saying? Where's this money? Okay, this is written off. This is written off. That's written off. Oh, this in New York. Oh, this in Brooklyn. This is Florida. This is California. This is Nevada. And there's a lot of money is saying FDMG dinner, FDMG meeting, FDMG this, FDMG that. So the more FDMG dinner and receipts that you have for food goes to show you that that money's not going towards what you're saying it's supposed to go toward, like the towels and the locks. So you're about to set yourself up to prove that you have been spending these funds on women. And they just can't wait. They're allowing you to do it. So when I say Umar Johnson is officially canceled, folks, I just wanted to drop this jewel on you right now that the FBI is watching this dude. They really, really want this man to launch this show. People don't understand. I want him to launch this show. I want to see all those women contestants because I want to see him get locked up on that show. I would love to see, as they recording, him go down. While he's at one of the locations that he said he's going to be at with the young lady, we're going to be at the plateau, such and such and such and such. I want the FBI to be there in the audience, waiting at the dinner tables, waiting, and shut him down just like Diddy, live on cameras. That's what I'm looking forward to. Because instead of Umar being a smart man and saying, I got these feds on my ass, how about I, saying do a reality show with me, with the moms and the kids, my mom's and her son having a sit down with the doc. He chose to have a dinner date with the doc, which shows his other side, which people got to really understand that they are watching his sexual predatorial side. What do that have to do with scamming? Well, folks, when he's using his intellect to lure women in just for him to be a sexual predator, and then he's using their money to fund his lifestyle, oh, yes. And those was questions that was asked while we sat at the table. That's what they're watching. Everybody's sitting back thinking, wanting to see if it's about drugs. What comes with drugs? Drugs and sex. So what about the sex part? Because y'all want to know where your money's going? All these hotels, all these little dinner dates that's being written off as FDMG, whatever. This is what they're going after now. But they still want to know from donors who donated 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. They want to know who donated real money because they really got a case. The operation didn't stop. Nothing stopped. Nothing was put on halt just because Umar supposedly put a down payment on some taxes and he got payment plan going. Nothing, and miraculously his account just opened. That is the stage being set up. Because they're going to put him back on the live and to let him be on live as they shut him down. And how he going to be shut down? If that man do not do what he said. He was on many times on many channels saying that all that's needed right now is the tiles. All that's needed is these doors. And he's been saying that for like a year or two now. The tiles and doors. He's been saying that for 2 years now. Okay. So he's been at that stage for 2 years. So they want to see where he's going from here. So yes, they allowing the rat trap. Because they got him. 2025 will be the year that you see Diddy, and you're going to see that dummy Biggie go down. And then he did it to himself. For us to really think that his daughter came out and with her outbursts and her cries, that she's not going to be respected by these people. You don't think these feds didn't see her and her cries for her dad, her father figure? You don't think that they seen this woman come out and talk about her situation? Hold on one second. You don't think they see that? You folks don't think that they didn't watch none of that? You folks really think that they not watching? That's what y'all telling me? That's what y'all saying? Yo, the Fed's not watching, Umar. That's what you're saying to me right now? You saying that they gave up? Well, everybody online just talk about this man. If he's trending like that and everybody's saying he's a scammer, you think they just gave up if there's cases against him right now? They just said, well, it's a cold case. Let him do what he's doing. No, they are more excited about this dinner with the doc more than you can imagine. Because this is them saying we got him. And this is me saying to you folks, it got to be cancellation time. 100% now. For all you people who've been donating, I mean, hey, if y'all really want to build, let's start building. I ain't even talking about me like you. Let's just start building. Everybody, just start building. If you want to be part of the building community, if you want to be part of a Black Power community, it's time to start doing. It's time to start uniting, and it's time to start building. If Umar was a little momentum for that to be, just like others was momentum for it to be, but if he was the online momentum for it to really come to fruition of, yo, we can't do this, then hey, give him that little accolade as he get locked the fuck up, and then we just build from there. I don't think he'd be around to see. I don't think he'd be around to see the fruits of his labor because of the character he was. And the fruits of his labor is actually us people really doing what he wanted to do, which is really build with the people. See, he didn't know how to build the people. I say all this because we know for a fact that Umar's really being canceled right before our eyes. No matter how much, he's still around right now, we know that he will be canceled. Majority of the people know it. And I'm just saying to us, okay, so now what's next? Do we say we can't build, or we say no, we can? So as I came to you in my last live before, and I'm coming again, I'm saying, hey, folks, I'm saying right now, folks, Umar's about to be, a subject that's going to be on the back burner with me, folks, because I'm telling you right now, for us to now move forward and build and realize that he's being canceled, Umar is really truly being canceled, it's now time for us to say, what can we do from here? And I'm saying to you folks that, what if we have 5 acres to play with? already acquired of land, southern land. What if we say we got 10 acres? 10 acres of land, I told you in the last live stream, 10 acres of land is equivalent to 7.5 football fields. 7.5 football fields. That's 10 acres of land. Not the stadium, not the sideline and everything. The field itself. Okay, 10 acres is equivalent to 7.5 acres of land. So what if I told you that we have right now 10 acres of that? But what if I want to throw a little curveball to you? Because I'm talking to the building community right now. If we want to build, because like you said, Umar is canceled. We know he's really being canceled right before our eyes. It's over for Umar. So do we say it's over for the mission of us building? No. I came in 5 years ago and said, there's going to be a sub, and someone's going to take the place of leadership in this economic empowerment, not like being a leader of the people of the world, but just leading the people to like the direction of unity without dollars to build our communities, unity without dollars to build communities. You know what I'm saying? The community deals with a bank system, an education system, food, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying right now, what if we have 15 acres to play with, to build on? So when I say Umar is canceled, I'm saying that there's other people that's doing other things. Why are we not building like rapidly with others? What was luring everyone to this coon, clown, fool? And I call him all that because where is that right now? It was a straight. I told him in 2018, stop cooning with the people. And I'm telling you, 25, you really is the coon of the decade for this shit. Cooning for Cash App. For you to be even thinking, have the audacity to be talking about a dating show with this individual before you even did anything for the momentum that you built is like embarrassing. That's the biggest fool ever. And you think that the FBI not paying attention to that scam? So if you folks want to build, what if I told you we had 20 acres of southern land to build on right now? We talk about school, not just school, but like I say, a major educational economic center where our school's not accredited. No. But 15, 16 acres, 17 acres of land said, yo, you have guaranteed work. Guaranteed work. When you perform in our school. At our institution, you perform, you excel at our institution, you got guaranteed employment. You got guaranteed living. Guaranteed living. You excel in our system. You excel, whether it's our school system, our training camp system, our whatever that's on that plantation, whatever's on that land, that site, whatever's the south, we want to call it plantation, whatever's on that plantation, that plant, that power plant, that black power plant, there's assets there. And I'm telling you, 20 acres. He had maybe 3.5 to 4 with something already built on it and a negative energy behind it. And I'm sitting here calmly and bravely saying to you that, watch, we about to take a trip. About to take a trip. And with this trip, I want you to understand that the canceling of this man is okay. And the process that we're going to do is going to be so beautiful. The time frame that we're going to be able to accomplish a lot of little things. Okay, let's put it to you like this. If we have 20 acres of land, and he has about 3.5 to maybe 4, we're going to be able to, we're going to clear out 4 acres of, we're going to clear out 5 acres of land, right? This how he's going to be canceled. My game plan is to clear out 5 acres of this land because, like I say, Umar is about to deal with something that he can't deal with. He got smoke coming down the line from these feds. But you folks still want to build with him? Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we got 5 acres that we're going to build on real fast. We're going to tear it down and we're going to start building from the ground up. And I guarantee you, we will accomplish way more building from the ground, tearing down, building from the ground up than he did in the 6 years. Because one, he's getting locked up. Because that school's not going to open this year. He's not going to open the school. He's not focused on school. The Fed's going to really do their real investigation. They're going to see that he really has been scamming the folks on a high level. He's been doing too much dinner dating. He's been spending too much money out there in the wild in the life that's like simple for us. We're gonna really be like, really? You can't do something like that. But it's like, yo, yes, you can. Gluttony is a real problem. Gluttony is a real problem for folks. And if he has a case of gluttony where he ate $500,000 in the last 10 years, folks, I know y'all gonna be no way. But yes, he ate and tricked that money. And they about to really find out how it's been done just with the resumes alone and investigating all the women that he was harassing through his Rolodex of women of resumes. So while that's going on, we got 20 acres of land that we say we can build on, and guarantee you, in 5 acres of that land, in less than a year. By this time next year, put it to like in a year, one year, it's something. It's going to be cut down, flattened, and something will be built on that land. Something will be on that land in a year. Real, I'm telling you. Now that's just from us going and doing what we have to do. Now we bring in saying, yo, we got 20. Let's invest in that project. This man is canceled. He don't have another 5 years of the FDMG scam. So you're thinking that there's a lot of people in the world that's doing things, but if you can see me and you can hear me, and I'm telling you that we about to take it to the next level, and I'm going to reveal real soon. Real soon. You know, everything, like I said, we're about to take a trip. You're about to see me cutting with the axe. You're about to see me cutting. You're going to see me chop with shit. Cut with this. And we're going to see, we're about to get the chipper. You're going to see us because we got mulch. We got 20 acres of wood. So when I'm saying to you folks, I got 20 acres of wood, trees that need to be, I'm about to take away all the little birds and the little hawks and the little eagles, and whoo, that's going to be, I'm sorry, animal life. Sorry, animal life. But I'm also going to set up a little area for them where there's going to be some gates where they can come up to, and all the wildlife, we're going to have food out there for them. We're going to feed the wildlife. Because I'm going to take away 20 acres of their land. Okay? But in the meantime, as this man's being canceled, why? Because they are seeking his resumes. They want seeking his information. What's really going on with the school? Anything with the FDMG school, they are inquiring right now. Okay? Anything that deals with the FDMG school, they are inquiring at this moment. And what's the one thing that deals with the FDMG school that relates to what he's dealing with right now? I'll give you a second to think. Yes, it's dating. It's using funds to go on dates. That's something that he's been doing for a very long time. Using funds to go on dates. And if way that he used, one way he finds his dates is through his resumes, you best believe that that's one way for them to really investigate. So the investigation is still going on. So do you think he got 5 more years to of this scam? I don't know. I know he don't. But in the next 5 years, on this side, like see how I say Don versus Umar lawsuit. On the other side of that lawsuit, there's another name, say Don. I know in the next 5 years of this building with this project right here that we have, I know in the next 5 years we got a little mini city. I'm going to open up a mall, a major shopping mall in this area. But this is going to be this is going to be a different, unique mall. The difference between everything that we're putting together is going. We about to make like a little for everybody who have like a state park. For everybody who have like a place that you can go to really like a major place of attraction. Let's say like Coney Island in New York. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it don't necessarily have to be a amusement park though. Central Park. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got in with your city or state, but whatever it is that you got, there's something of a little attraction of something known. It don't have to be like the biggest, best thing that everybody knows and goes to some type of tourist attraction thing, but just something that people can go to, like upstate New York is Bear Mountains. You know what I'm saying? There's various things. We taking out 20 acres and we making something of that nature. Like we told you, where schools will be bringing their children to our land for their field trips. The shopping mall, all the activities that's going to be inside the mall, the outdoor wet park. They can be part of the farming, feeding the animals, the little petting farm zoo type thing. You know what I'm saying? The farmers market, the sports league, because we're gonna have a whole 20 acres land. We're gonna have a baseball field, we're gonna have a football field, we're gonna have a basketball court, tennis court, and the tennis court is gonna be interchangeable, so it's gonna become a roller skating rink. So it's gonna be a little attraction for schools to bring their kids to for their field trips. That's our focus and target market. Also, like a major shopping area where they can get clothes, vintage clothes, and things like that from or different states of people with their merchandise. So I'm making the online mall. That's what it's called, the online mall, dedicated to all you folks. So you folks who have your channel, you have merchandise. You'll be shipping your merchandise here, and we'll be selling your merch. Let's say we have a Philadelphia section, we have a New York section, we have a Georgia section, we have an Alabama section, we have the Kansas section, we have the Washington section, the Detroit section. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to be different sections in the mall where you can go and buy people's stuff from their city. We're going to put together something way different alongside the transitional home. So like, I just gave you a few projects, and the main thing I didn't tell you yet, the main source of the income, I still didn't tell you yet. When I get down there, I might tell you that one. I just gave you a few projects that was going on that land. We got 20 acres. I need y'all to stay focused. 20 acres. Umar is about to have he's about to be dealing with something that is going to take him to another level right now in life. He's going to have to be proven that he's not a scammer. He got to prove that he's not a sex creep, a sexual predator. That's the next thing he has to prove. This is what I need you to understand. He's on the level where he's going to have to prove that he's not a sexual predator. Because the way his daughter and that chick Siobhan painted him, he's a sexual predator. And so right now they're building up a case on this. They building up a case on all levels on how he's using this school to be what he wants to be. And once you folks understand that, then you realize that Don is really letting you know that it's later than what you think. Umar's time has really come to an end. By the end of this month, you see how by September so much shit done happened to him. What you think is going to happen by the end of this year for him? If he do not open that school, which we know is not happening. The majority of people know that it's not happening. So what you think is going to happen to this man by the end of this year? You think this is still just about paying those taxes? It's not just about paying those taxes right now. It's about really paying the piper. And right now, it's about shut down black figureheads. And Umar Johnson, you want to be a leader? You want to be a advocate for the black people? You want to be a professor? You want to be an educator? Well, guess what? They shut down those people too. You got land. You got land in the zone where we want. You know what? You go bye-bye. The people don't even want you. Just think about it. When they looking online, they seeing that the people don't even really want you. You don't see videos out of Umar, success videos. 90% of the videos that you see on Umar is diss videos. The little people that be putting up videos of Umar and little successful things, those stories are not talked about. What channel right now is really talking about great success of Umar? I don't even give that fool a shout out. WOL. And his channel is a tiny channel. I'm talking about a platform where they got 50,000 subscribers. What platform with 50,000 subscribers and better is talking about Umar and hosting constant, platforms on Umar about the greatness and showing greatness and great in every little live stream they showing great things he's doing. Who's doing that? You guys got to hear that again. Out of all the millions of views that this man has gotten, out of all the people who've been sharing his videos and watching his videos and talking about this man in his school, what person with a platform of 50,000 more subscribers? And that's not hard, you understand? That's not hard in this YouTube world. That's not hard in this Facebook world, in the internet world, TikTok and everything, who has like 50,000 subscribers, a nice moderate platform, and is talking about this man consistently once a month, 2 times a week, whatever, and talk about great things he did. You don't have no platform. Umar don't have no platforms like that. There's no Umar Johnson platforms that's bigging this man up on his greatness of the FDMG, him being an orator, him being a black leader. He don't have no major platforms of him of a success. But right now, he got platforms of everybody talking about him and his scam that he's about to launch with these women. So you don't think that the FBI is not watching? There's not much they don't have to look for. They not looking to see what type of good guy he is. All they just trying to see is what can we use against him. Because there's no platforms of good guy Umar, great guy Umar, black power Umar. You never see any look, you don't see nobody with a video showing a Umar Johnson speech saying, yo, this is one of the greatest modern day speeches ever. Do you hear any type of anybody doing a video of Umar Johnson? Have you seen anything trending of Umar Johnson laid down one of the greatest speeches in Black Power era? What have y'all heard of Umar Johnson lectures? What clipping in Umar Johnson lectures is floating right now on the internet that got people talking about it? You know how somebody might say a verse like Nas got ether. What did Umar Johnson say to the black people in the last 10 years that's quotable, that's something outside Black Queens Forever? Snow bunnies, never. Dealing with the coochie. So what I want you to understand is, you don't think that the FBI is not probing this man as a sexual predator, and you don't think they not checking him out. So I need y'all to get focused on the real realities. The real reality is that the scam is real. The feds is still on him. They dug a hole for him. They want him to jump in it, not jump fall in it. They want him to jump in it like what's that dude name? The pool of alcohol. Kendrick Lamar, when he jumped, he dove into the alcohol. That's what they want him to do. This I am a sinner, and I am Lord forgive me. That's Umar Johnson. Lord forgive me. That's gonna be a video of Umar Johnson floating in the air. Please don't kill my eye. You know what I'm saying? He's smoking on sage. This shit is crazy, yo. This shit is fucking crazy, yo. But y'all really don't see it. Y'all really think that, his account wasn't closed because this dude on there said, his account, I don't think his accounts are shut down. No, those accounts were shut down. They just reopened because they like jump in the pool, nigga. Jump, jump, jump. They all the agents sitting around the pool like jump, 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 jump. And they want this man to do this reality show. Date with the doc. Go ahead, go for it. And they're going to go into all those receipts. So, Dr. Coochie Snatcher, you want to snatch everybody's coochie from them, right? You want to take everybody's woman and put them on your show, huh? What about the boys? Well, folks, like I say, my focus is so real and so right. 20 acres of land down south in the cut. We're going to open up an online mall. We're going to start a kiddie land service. Trust me, the kiddie water park wipeout thing is going to be crazy. We're going to have a car lot because we need car services for various things. We're going to be doing our own pickups. We're going to be doing our own Amazon type thing. All your product is all going to be product that to be. Come on, if you're going to take it. All of our product going to be. No, you can't wait. All of our product is going to be used. I mean, all your product is going to be used part of our mall, our online shopping center for those who don't say mall. You understand? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the internet world to the south, and we're going to be buying more land down there. All right, folks? It don't stop right there. But in the next 2 years, we're looking to have at least 30 acres of that land in that space, 30 to 40 acres of land. So we already got 20, so we're looking to get another 20 so we can spread that whole mission all the way through, like I said, the city. As we build in another area. We talk about buying land now, folks. Land to build up on. Not buying abandoned buildings to say we building. So we looking for real investors. We were looking for real donors. We looking for real volunteers. We were looking for real workers. Volunteers is needed. Workers are definitely the people that's transitioning. Homeless folks, down and out people who don't want to be in the city they in. They want to move and they want to be part of a little town and be part of a building like how it used to be in the South. If that's you, then come on down. But we about to build in the next. We give it around how many months? Around 2 months or so. We have some around like real talk. About 2 months or so, 5 acres of land will be built on. Whether we have trailers on it, you know what I'm saying, for the people to work. It might be a little trailer town for the transitional people. This is all for staffing because we cut. I'm using our folks to cut down these trees. We're trying to save as much money as possible, and we recycling trees for various things. We're looking for people who's good with cutting. We're looking for people who's good with doing various things, carving, building, construction, especially with wood. We're going to build a lot of little log cabins up there, little log homes up there too on the site. We're going to use all the wood for various things. The wood don't just return to burn up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be burning wood, but we're not just going to waste no wood. We ain't going to waste none of the bird trees. But if y'all want to stay on this Umar Johnson saga and see if his FDMG is going to open so that you guys can talk about it, that's not building. But like I say, I'm going to dedicate the next live 100% on that project. And I'm going to really hope that you guys can be on deck. And then I'm going to disappear for some time. If, I don't get the support and love, we're going to disappear for some time. Gone. And I guarantee the Umar Johnson saga will still be a little sitcom and it'll be stupid drama. School won't open. And hopefully, he be getting locked up. Because he didn't apologize to me. You got to understand. He did not apologize to me so he can get locked up. He didn't pay me so he can get locked up. He didn't do right by me so he can get locked up. It don't matter at this point. We try to protect this man. We try to protect black man, but there's no more protection when the person is just that type of evil. So if that's the evil he chooses to be, he deserves what he gets. And if that's what he gets, then so be it. But but not apologize to people, not treating the people properly, calling the girl Lucy Goosey and Goosey and saying that she smelled like squid and all sorts of stuff. It's the lamest thing ever. So we at the point right now where it's either we cancel him or we just move on. But he got to be canceled because if we move on, he's canceled. So I'm doing this live stream to let you know that just because his account is back on, just because he can collect money again, none of that means that he's going to open his school. None of that means that he's even going to see the light of day. All that means is that he is digging his grave right now. They open up his account. They're allowing him to dig his grave, right, folks? Don't think that, why you think his account's open? What explanation? I didn't even watch the video. What explanation did he give of why his account's been reopened? I didn't watch the video. But right now, I'm telling you that they are allowing it just so that he can dig a grave for himself. They want people to be able to donate for that reality show. They want people to really donate because they want to set a trap. And they might send some agents in for that shit. Okay, Umar? I'm going to say it again. For your $500, you might get some agents sent to your reality show. What say you? What say you? You don't think that if the FBI is watching, you don't think they're going to send an agent or two down and have a date with the doc to see if he's really just trying to have a sit-down conversation building or if he's really trying to hit on these women? Like I told you, they trying to find sexual misconduct in a nigga right now. No, they want that show to go on. Bravo. You just nailed yourself. How many people think that he's going to be nice and not naughty? 5'5" thick in the thighs. I ain't gonna lie to the little agent if they send the agent that I sat down and talked to, if they send her, oh sure, you get that nigga. And don't get razzled by none of this clown. You already know. But yeah, they're gonna send an agent. $500 is nothing to send an agent to infiltrate this little show. Like I say, he will be getting locked up on his show. I told y'all that. And one of the charges will be sexual misconduct, inappropriate behavior. Now they got him locked up. Now they do the investigation. Now they get him for everything else because he's on their radar. He's in their hands. He's there now. There's no bail set for you right now. What funds you gonna take out to bail you out? You got $50,000 bail on your ass. So Umar, I threw you a curveball through your bone. Okay, this is like the movie Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the DJ sitting behind there, and I'm letting you know they on your ass. I'm giving you the keys. You know what I'm saying? It's for these doors. You better run. You better run. I helped you cheat this now. I let you know what's going on. They're going to send an agent in, and that's your ass. So, like I say, what's happening right now? Let's come back to that. What's happening right now? The FBI is seeking the Umar Johnson's resumes because they're building the case. They want this show to go on because they're building the case. They open up the bank accounts. They're allowing the bank accounts to rock out because they're building the case. They're building the case, folks. The most important thing is if this man do not open those doors for that school, their case is really solidified. It's just a matter of file this money right now and really see what's going on with this money from here on. It's not even from the past. It's like from here on, from the time of their investigation. From the time of their investigation, they are really watching. From right here, they about to nail you in the coffin, because you already in the coffin. You don't even see it. Do you really think that all this miraculously just took place? Cash App gone. This is happening. That's happening. This happening. Is that happening from good vibes and good spirits? Is that coming from good orishas? Or is that because it's time to pay the piper? Well, like I say, you never chose to apologize. You never chose to pay. You chose to run. You chose to pay all sorts of men, all sorts of dollars to protect yourself, and don't just pay me just to dismiss me out your life. You chose to go down the wrong rabbit hole. And right now, at the end of that rabbit hole, at the end of it, is the light of the FBI. Is the light of that light that don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Just stay on all night. Is in the cell. Drives you crazy. Homeboy, play games if you want. But that's the tunnel that you're traveling down rapidly. And I'm saying to the folks, we have a different path to go down now, because I am really working on something. I'm gonna do a quick pause for 1 second, because I'm doing a quick pause. Hold on 1 second. Hold. All right, folks. I was looking for something, but what I will be doing real soon, like I say, is letting you know letting you see my little credentials on this project that I'm talking about. And I'm going to be showing you on my behalf in this whole community that I've been engaged in. Like I say, I was going to be in that school. I was going to be putting forth a program called Project Pick Me Up. That was my game plan. But he chose to be an idiot. He chose to be the wrong person for the job. And so everything went sour. But the mission for me don't stop. So with me, it still always will be Project Pick Me Up and build and just building. You know, Black Man Rise, Original Rebels. We got to keep building. We cannot be content with the system that we are in. So that's me still, no matter what. So as I'm moving to the other side, I will show you some credentials on the accomplishments that we have on the other side. And I'm going to show you folks that, you know what I'm saying, it is real and we are building and we will make things happen. What's up, Barbie? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Barbie. And as she said, what up, chat too? That's a good check-in. You know what I'm saying? We love the check-ins. That's how you check in. Shout out to my man, Ricky Rick. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, folks, I need y'all to really stay focused. Barbie. Okay, Barbie, I don't know if you just popping back in or what, but I told you earlier, like in another live stream, we was conversating, we was talking a little bit, and I told you that we had like 5 acres to play with. And then I don't know if he was around when I came back and said, no, it's actually 15 to play with. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. It was just 15 to play with. Got you. Well, check this out. We got 20 acres to play with. 20 acres of land to play with. And I'm coming to the online community to let them know that we can cross over. We can change the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like the old school TV, you had the dial. You can change it dial. Let's change the dial. You got the Umar Johnson dial, but FDMG, but we can change it real quick right now, and we can build. We got 20 acres right now of land that's already paid for. It's there. And I'm going down there to start the excavation process, cutting down at least 2 acres. Me personally, I'm going to be responsible of gathering a team of people. Okay, I'm gonna go down there and get at least like 5 men from the South to come with me. That's gonna be my new reality show. But it's gonna be written, I mean, for real, to do the excavation of this land. Okay, so we're gonna chop down as many trees and things like that. So it's 20 acres. Okay, when are you going? Well, it wasn't even that. I would just then tell you the full thing. I wanted to see the response from the people just from me telling them, hey, I got 5. He had 2.7. He had like 3, maybe 4. I don't know. When you combine both sides of the building, the whole block, he got about like 4 acres. Well, I had 5. Then I said, nah, I'm lying. I got 10. I said, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you the truth. It's 15. Then I'm coming today and said, okay, folks, 20 acres that right now we have already paid for, to play with, to build on. 10 acres for something else. You get, so that's what I'm saying. Right now with you folks, I'm talking 10 acres. What can we do with 10 acres? We got 20. So when I'm saying about some projects, realize we got 20 acres of land. So I want to do a mall. It's called the online mall. Barbie, so maybe you can help with this project. When are you going? When are we going? I'm going because you guys going with me. It's going to be a live stream. We all going together. You feel me? You're going to take this trip with me. We're going to leave sometime next week. Sometime next week. Okay? That's real. Sometime next week. Keep fingers crossed, prayers up, but sometime next week. And yeah. So you talk about the online. So it's going to be the online shopping mall. It's going to be, it's like I said, our land is like in the cut in the South too. So when I say it's in the cut, it's not just going to be like something in the city area. It's going to be something that people do a road trip and travel to go to, and they can do mad different things while they shop. You know what I'm saying? They can do. It's going to be a place where they can go to, take the kids, do their shopping, and then do activities at the same time with the kids. It's going to be like that type of resort type thing. And if they want to stay, we're going to have residential stay for them. So it's going to be something that they can go shop to in the mall, and our mall is going to have all you folks, all your merchandise, all you folks. Okay, you folks that I'm talking to, that's seeing me, I need you to hit me up at icdon502@gmail.com. All your merchandise, okay, that you sell online, we're going to have our own Amazon distribution center, because I make merchandise. So I'm doing it for myself, but I'm opening it for everyone else to create major employment. Okay, we want to create major employment. We're going to open up our own trade school center. You know what I'm saying? A major center teaching from most kids don't even want to go to school no more. People who dropped out from school. This is going to be a place for them to get educated and hands-on, dealing with various things to make this little community grow. And so they have jobs immediately within that community, living available for them as they building on the community. That's what I have right now with this project. School, living quarters, go home quarters, who gives a damn? But the bottom line is that everything's going to be moving, everything's going to be working, because everything is all built and coming from love. You know what I'm saying? This is not a project that we took money from you folks and then we said that this is what we was going to do. This is a project I say, yo, I already have this right now. It's right here. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And I'm saying, yo, I'm opening doors for us to really build together. And I'm saying this can work. And like I say, there's a major piece of land I'm going to use for something that's going to bring in major revenue. So I'm going to launch. I'm going to let that be known when I get down on the land to tell you about that part. So look out for this next live out stream I'll be doing in regards to this whole project. Okay. Like I said, Umar Johnson must be canceled at this point. We must leave him be. The FBI is on his ass. And I know when y'all start seeing that unfold, I know it's going to be something to talk about. I know. But in regards to the donating part to him, in regards to the money pit, that got to come to an end. Don't think just because his account is open, oh, it's safe to donate to him. No. They are actually watching the donations because their whole thing is just to prove their case. So even though you might donate, they using it as bait. So the FBI is very, very, very creative in how they're finessing this right now. So they want you to donate so they can build their case to knock him down. But now what happens to your money when you donate it? So it's like, that's the part. That's the bait part. But they need that. So that's why I say I want the show to really rock out. Any woman that would want to do that, hey, cool. Most likely they're not watching this show right here. So you want to be that fool, donate to that fool, and for that school, that's perfect bait, because that's $500. They need 20 of you folks. 20 is $10,000, a nice piece of money to prove some type of scam. If you get 50, oh yeah, and those doors don't open for that school, you ain't got no teachers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All those resumes, there's no teachers. There's nothing to prove that there's a school. And we go into the next year after you did this little fundraiser date with the doc shit. And then we investigate and found out, wow, we got two people who said that you inappropriately touched them. And one was our agent. Okay? So yeah. FBI. Interesting. Yes, FBI. Interesting. Very, very interesting, Mr. FBI, folks. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. You guys really think that is a smooth sailing for this man? You think that he's going to be doing his Diddy dance down the block? Think he's going to be dancing down the block at his barbecue with his queens? That right there was footage that y'all saw was the last of that dancing bandit. You won't be seeing that dancing bandit again. The only dancing bandit you're gonna see is him dancing the dance cell. Why? Because he danced to the wrong tune. He bopped to the wrong tune. So now the FBI is paying attention. If that man back then would have did the right thing, if he would have paid me back then, and then instead of doing all this extra shit, would have really, really focused on that block. After that block party, would have focused on that school. After that block party, if he would have focused on that community and really kept that wave going, right now his school would be open. Right now the FBI's wouldn't be watching. Right now he would have some type of success story to talk about. Right now a lot of people channels will be talking about Umar proved us wrong. You will be hearing Candace Owens say Umar Johnson proved me wrong. He really did accomplish what he said he was going to do. He got buses. Look at this. Look at this image. He got busloads of men, young boys and their fathers, young boys and their mothers, bringing them to the school. He got schools. He got buses leaving from Virginia. Look at this. We got footage right now, but you're not going to see those images. You're not going to see kids being bused from Philadelphia to Delaware, because that's not his focus, is getting kids. He don't have no bus, so we're not going to see none of that. He don't have money for bus fare. He don't have money for bus fare, folks. He don't have money for bus to put gas in these buses. If he was asking for money for mama, see, you guys gotta understand. Once you start saying, like my man Freeway said, you know what I'm saying, once mom stop smiling, and you know what I'm saying, and he's gonna do something to rob a person, that was Umar Johnson right there. You know what I'm saying? Mama's teeth ain't smiling no more. She ain't smiling. Yo, she looking like, yo, we hungry, yo. What we gonna do? And he's like, yo, mama, I'm gonna hit to the streets and I'm gonna ask for donations. And when you ask for donations to feed mama, what makes you think you got gas money for a bus to bus anybody from Pennsylvania, bus anybody from DC, to get buses? All this is things that you said that you're gonna do. You don't have no students from Delaware. You don't have no students from nowhere. Right now, they want you to really do the dating thing. They want you to really just keep falling in that little hole so that they can lock you up. You know what I'm saying? While all that's taking place, folks, 20 acres of land, southern land, the soil's red. We could build a little tiny, mini city in that area, mini community. You feel me? And we can make things really grow from there. Because once we start building on that, and we see that, yo, we really building, we can now start looking at this state, that state, and really making it happen and get it now, because the price of land is ridiculous, son. The price of land is ridiculous for acres. Good question, Miss Barbie. Because I want to know what happened to that too. Because I remember they said that he was supposed to be going to prep school. I thought I saw something like that, but I fell off. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying too much attention. So you tell me, when was he supposed to win on the club? Was it supposed to be this week itself? It's okay. See, with me, animals like me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, this cat knows I don't really be messing with it on me like that, because she knows I'm chilling, so, and she knows she could take advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have an animal farm on our land. I love the animals. Pet land. Kids gonna come and take care of the animals. We're gonna have farming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is Umar's situation is real glim. The Breakfast Club, did they chicken out? It's not that they chickened out. They probably got a warning call. You know what I'm saying? They probably got a warning call not to bring that man on. So that question is very deep. That's a deep question. You know what I'm saying? They probably the show, the network itself, the the head person got the warning call like, don't have him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get your claws. Close your claws. Yo, this cat is weird because it's like a dog. Because I can tell it to sit and it'll sit down. I've been training it not to be crowding me when I feed it. And it's like my little, I fuck with it. Only problem with cats, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they make my eyes itch, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be liking that. So I don't really deal with outdoor cats, but she's a little indoor cat, so put your claws up. I told her what? I told her put her claws up and she put it back and then she came back and they like that to me. Just because she know English. It's crazy. But yeah, my whole thing now is this, folks. We can now build, or we can watch something be destroyed and just go to nowhere, and we can just be looking for the next topic to talk about. But no matter what, over here, Donnie, I promise you, as I just kept transitioning before your eyes with the whole situation, I promise you this: I'm going to execute something. I'm going to execute something. And when I do, when I touch down there on those lands, and if we don't get no support, if we don't get that support, that love that you gave that jerk, Umar, folks, this is a message to all you folks that supported Umar Johnson, donated to his cause, donated for his dream, and want to see Black Power and want to see building. If you donate to that and you get scammed 100% and that project don't work, and I'm building, and you know what I'm saying, I definitely go down to this land and we doing our doo-doo. Yeah, what's up, baby? I want you all to know that you failed us. You failed the same thing that you talked about saving. You failed those black babies. And you failed the animals, because animals and little black kids need real leadership, and they need real love. And real love comes from what? It comes from knowing the rules. What's some of the rules? 5 rules: respect, unity, love, empathy, and support. And you show support by sharing. So I came to you folks and I shared the opportunity for us to really do what we all believe in our heart that we can do. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to show you some little things, more proof. Then we'll go down there and give you a little more extra proof. And then it's up to you to decide what you're going to do. But folks, we're going to do what we got to do, okay, folks? Promise you. Thanks for your listening ear, your support. Oh, wait, Bobby said, okay, it's supposed to be this way. So you heard it was this week, but we don't know. So we just keep an eye on that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. I would like for Charlamagne the God, if he didn't have that interview, whoever can get that interview with Charlamagne the God, or why the Breakfast Club canceled, we need to start doing. Matter of fact, is that, if I want to do a video on Charlamagne the God in the Breakfast Club, is that technically doing a video on Umar Johnson? Yeah, I know. But yo, if I do it live again, it's going to be on that, you know what I'm saying, investigating why Umar Johnson was canceled from the Breakfast Club. Or should I say, I'm going to reword it, why Charlamagne the God canceled the most requested scholar. Okay? So, very good question right now. Why did it happen? Why do you think it happened? What they're going to say? Oh, confliction of time. You know, Umar was somewhere else. He couldn't make it to New York and do the Breakfast Club interview. Now, if he couldn't do that, and everybody think that he'd be making a lot of money off the Breakfast Club interview, why wouldn't he make it to something that he can make so much money at? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he make it to New York City, to be on New York City radio station to talk to millions of folks. Why wouldn't he not go there and to be on that? But he chose to go somewhere else to do what, interview with, on some podcast. So great question. Time to investigate. So Bougie, we on top of that. I think that's an investigation that we need to do. So this is my email address. Anybody who can come up with something, anybody who find out some things, hit me up on my email. ICDON502@gmail.com. That's ICDON502@gmail.com. You hit me up on that because right now we want to investigate why Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy did not host the Breakfast Club interview with Umar Johnson. Okay, we just gonna find out. So she asked the question. I don't know if someone knows that they did it or didn't do it because of this reason. Hit me up so we can talk about that and see if we believe it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that if they did cancel, they canceled because they were like they got a phone call said cancel that interview. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna investigate and hopefully somebody can find out from Charlemagne himself if that interview is just postponed to another date. All right, folks. Hold on. Let me see what this last thing say. No doubt. And on that note, folks, thank you for your listening ear, your support, and have a beautiful day. Peace.